Hi, I'm Simon with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we're going to show you how to repair your appliance. Are you ready? Remember, anytime you work on your appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. Also, you need to turn off the water to the refrigerator. In this video, we'll show you how to replace the water inlet valve in a Kenmore refrigerator. It's going to be a very easy repair. Should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. For this job, we're going to need a 4-inch nut driver, a pair of side cutters, and a flat blade screwdriver. When you open up the package, you're going to get a new water inlet valve. This dual water inlet valve is located at the back of the refrigerator, mounted on the bottom side of the cabinet, right behind the primary water valve. It's a secondary valve that supplies water from the reservoir to the water dispenser and the ice maker. If your refrigerator stops making ice, or there's no water at the dispenser, or there's a water leak from the valve, check the water inlet valve and replace it if needed. So we're here at the back of the fridge, and we need to remove the access panel to get to the part. It's held in place by a bunch of 1/4-inch screws. So I'm using a 4-inch nut driver, and I'm going to remove this panel. So this water inlet valve is held in place by 2 screws here. They both 1/4-inch, and we're using a 1/4-inch nut driver. And I'm going to pull this valve out. Our next step would be using a flat blade screwdriver, prying off this plug. So here's our towel on the floor. Let's put this valve out of the way. And now we're going to remove this valve at the back. So next step would be using the side cutters, snapping this zip tie off. Now we can remove this valve out of the bracket. And I'm going to pull it out. Well, we're facing more cutting. There's a couple of more zip ties. I'm going to snap them off so we can remove the plugs. I'm going to use this flat blade screwdriver, assist in taking out the plugs. Don't worry to mix them up because, first of all, they're different colors and then they're different size. This is a wider and this is a narrow. And I'll put them out of the way. And now I'm going to take off this ground wire. Remove the ground wire using a flat blade screwdriver. So now I'm going to take out the water lines by pushing in this collar and pulling out the line. And it's dripping water. Okay, that's why we got a towel. Now we're going to go to these two. And again, this is a different size. This is 1/4-inch, this is 5/16 inch, so you cannot really mix them around. But this one is also 5/16. So you have to memorize that this hose, which is mounted outside, is going to this inlet port. Alright, let's continue removing these water lines. Again, pushing in the collar, pulling out the water line. This is the old water inlet valve next to the new one. If you don't have this part, you can get it from AppliancePartsPros.com. Now I can remove the towel. Alright, now I'm going to install the new water inlet valve. I'm going to put this 1/4-inch tube into this smaller port, which is a yellow color, and I press it in all the way. Then would be the 5/16 one. Goes into this green and a blue color port. Again, push it in all the way. And now we're going to connect this ground wire. I'm gonna snap it on right in here. Alright, so I'm gonna leave it here, and next would be putting on the plugs. Alright, so the one of them is for the large contact, and the other one for the smaller contacts. Okay, and now I'm going to put this into the bracket at the back. All right, I'm going to slide this valve in, and we're going to lock it into the bracket. Like that. I'm going to push it in. And now we can insert this inlet tube. And again, push it in. Don't be shy. All right. Now I'm going to place the primary water valve on. I'm going to connect the plug. And I'm going to install the valve. I'm going to use a couple of 1/4-inch screws and the 1/4-inch nut driver. Now I'm going to bring in the rear access panel and place it on. And I'm going to start attaching the panel with the screws. I'm using a 1/4-inch nut driver. Alright, we're done. Plug the fridge in, open the water, and check if there are any leaks. Thank you for being a part of another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. For any of your future appliance repair projects, please check out our other videos available on our site, on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram.